This ain't no joke, this ain't no game. This that CSC game. They said pull up, so I came. You better put some respect on their name. Yeah, 55 was goody. Kill the vibe, how could he? Big Cardinal on the hoodie. Let me break it down for you fully. This ain't your average broadcast. This ain't just no podcast. The mother shows spread fake news. We just call them broadcast. West, Joey, Sam, Shawn, Dr. And you know that boy Higgy. He said he don't want no small fries. Tell them they better make them biggie. Yeah, you already know what we be on. We got the crown, we hold the throne. We throw the mails and you take them home. When they ring the bells, you know that it's home. The bar set, we setting the tone. If we set it, then set it in stone. Sit in the seat, set up your phone. You in the Cardinal Sports Zone.
What is up, everybody? Welcome to another episode. Hello?
Not me, not me.
Oh, it must have been. All right, coming to you live from the Four Peg Studios. This is the CSZ podcast. Today, the C stands for our guy Corito. I'm your host, Jeremy Wyman. Here with me today, my co-host. It is the incomparable Wes Keys.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen?
The big little brother, Joey. And Shawn is on his. We assume that he must have gotten lost inside of woman's thoughts because
CVS.
He might be getting held up on his farmers only profile at home.
Bumble.
But he's on his way here. We want to say hi to everybody in the Mossy Oaks Property Heart Realty chat line. John Lindeman, what's going on? Ted Ease. What's going on? Happy Sunday. Our guy Garrett Hoover, happy belated birthday, even though I wish you happy birthday yesterday. Red State, what's good, everybody? Look, we are here to we're gonna give our normal show on Sunday, but we are also here to celebrate the life of one of our friends that we unexpectedly lost throughout the week, man. Our guy Corito passed away Thursday night. He commented while we were on our show Wednesday night, and so this is
tweeting about indies and everything on that night too.
Yeah, so it's weird. It's sudden. I mean, we all know that life is short and death is sudden. But man, this I think this hit a lot of people harder than they thought it would have hit them. I know that listening to some story, and again, let me go ahead and get the business out of the way first. Don't forget the Mossy Oak chat line is open. If you're watching on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, or however, send your questions on social. Today, we want you to send us your favorite Corito moments. Check the graphic to see how you can follow the podcast on social media and help support us monetarily, if you will. Hit that thumbs up button while you're here on YouTube, and make sure you are watching on YouTube if you can. It'll help us out a little bit more. And shout out to our fine sponsors, Bare Nose on Market, Four Pegs, Fitness Market, Collision Course Crew Tailgaters, Cherry Pick and Shoot 360, and of course, Mossy Oak Properties and Heart. Saw these broken hearts coming through on the chat line, Heart Realty. So let's again, we're gonna do our regular show today, but we also want to dedicate some of it to our guy, man. He was probably alongside of Wes and Yoda and the other regulars, at the Collision Course Crew tailgate. Corito was there every time I went there. He was always in really good spirits, telling jokes. His laugh, I don't think anybody will ever forget his little laugh, man. It was always, I felt like we got, it wasn't intended, but I felt like we got a little, he had something with me. He'd tell me, hey, I'll meet you up there at 3 p.m. Corito time. He's like, you know what CT time is? And I'm like, yeah, but I think with you, it's a little bit different. So we got started a little bit late today. I think that was in his honor inadvertently, but with that, and we're waiting for Shawn to get out, take his hands out of his Happy Meal and get over here and do the show with us. But yeah, let's go ahead and since Shawn's not here, I will have to put the comments on the screen. No big deal. Marcus in the building. What's up, Marcus? Let's see, Red State, rest in peace. Cardinal with the broken hearts. John too. Yeah, it will be a little less sunny on tailgate days. Again, it's crazy. You know, he had a whole bunch of things that he did that made us laugh and smile every day. His whole "Are we watching?" And even though his intentions always were, you know, we need to be watching. It was always, we watching or nah.
I think towards the end of the KP era, it was more like, we're gonna watch this.
Well, no, what he would say to me was, "Milk Dud got to go," and he was talking about KP and his little Milk Dud head, and I'm sure he said that to everybody. But I'm just trying to think of other things.
Always fun when he was a little bit inebriated at the tailgates.
Hey,
Even 10 times funnier.
Hey, Wes, can you your camera just a little bit so we can see? It just looks like you're a pair of eyes and a mouth, and that's fine for people that like that.
Who, me?
Yeah. Tilt up a little bit.
Are we now?
Perfect. It's that graphic. The graphic up top is too thick.
Oh, okay.
It cuts a lot of our cranial parts off there. But yeah, when Sky put it in his bio, that was really awesome.
Guy's a real one.
Yeah, Peyton even said something, man. I was
JJ.
Yeah, JJ. I went up to work out with Peyton on Friday, and like when I walked in, he just shook his head. It was like, man, he was the one that everybody, like, it didn't matter if you were beefing with somebody, he was in your DMs trying to settle it for both sides. If you were feeling down, like, he sent you a message. Like, if you're the type to put stuff like that out on, well, every time I was sick or dad was sick or mom was sick, I could always count on a message, a DM, anything. So
you know what he proved? Like, he proved a point that has been being said for a couple years now. That players see the comments.
Yeah,
players see what's being put, because Sky doesn't just make that comment or post just because. Like, he's seen, he spoke, you know, kind of like he always seen Corito's, you know, tweets and this, that, and other. JJ, Peyton, these guys see him. So let's really be careful. If Corito left us anything as Cards fans to do, let's be more careful and more mindful about what we're saying about our players, our coaches, and each other, because we don't want to be looked at as a negative fan base, because players aren't going to want to come here.
No, and that's something that we've seen take its toll on the other fan base for years. They think they were think they were invincible, and then you wake up one day and Mark Pope's your head coach.
They thought they were untouchable.
Yeah, pun intended.
I ain't gonna lie. That's the funny part about that. They thought they were invincible. They thought they were gonna have their way, and now they end up where they're at, which is one of the funniest things I've ever seen.
It's like one of those memes you get where it's like, when life hits you too fast, or maybe it could even be the what you ordered off of Temu versus what you got, or what you ordered off of Amazon Prime versus what you got delivered from Temu.
Facts.
It's an issue.
You got Wish. You got to come from Wish.
Let's not talk too much junkish yet. Let's wait and see how the smoke settles. But
that's fair.
Well, no, Corito would want us to be talking trash regardless. But I'm with you. I had a bunch of people yesterday that were texting me. It's like, man, Coach Kelsey's the GOAT and this and that. And it's like, well, you know,
we thought that 2 years ago. We thought KP was going to do better, or most of us did. Not everybody, but most of us did, and it didn't work out. But does have a different feeling about it this time. But yeah,
Coach Kelsey got too much swag, man.
Oh, Shawn finished his Happy Meal.
And also, he finished his food.
Pull your pants up, Shawn.
Oh, he's
oh my gosh, he's walking with a purpose.
Stone Cold Shawn Austin, and that's the bottom line.
I don't have flags, so I'm.
There we go. Shawn's in the building.
Did you walk here? Well, you sat down. You're like,
unbelievable. I would have been here faster. I went the back way.
Oh, because church letting out.
Yeah.
You got stuck.
He went the back way.
You got stuck in the church traffic over there. So for me, let me just because mine's a tell of two stories here. I just talked to him on the phone, probably on Monday. Just saw him in person the last we all saw him, and I think for all of us that could hear, that last interaction with him in person was hilarious because he walked up and he was a couple of cans in, not of Kickstart obviously, and he walked up and he's like, "What's up, all my black and white mofos?" And I was like, "Hey man, I'm here with some of my family from church," and he's like, "Oh, my bad. Hey, what's up, all my people?" Like they didn't hear the whole thing before. It was awesome. And it was funny. And that was just him, man. You can tell by the stuff that's trying to be done in his honor. The t-shirt hooligans, those guys getting those shirts together for him. Top notch. I think our guy Kevin even did some stuff for him. Yeah.
I know I seen him asking, like kind of like put some stuff together, but asking the family if
if it was
for their blessing.
Yeah.
But then my last conversation with him, man, could not have went any better. We were talking about a situation. So if you followed his tweets, which a lot of us did, you saw that he struggled a lot with just life, I guess. Just, he was not afraid to, if he was struggling, he'd put it up on, hey, having a rough day mentally, pray for me. It is what it is. And I wasn't having a rough day like mentally, but he had hit me up. Excuse me. And I said, "Hey, this is too much type. Let's just talk on the phone." So I called him up. We were talking. Shiggy's missing. Well, because for some reason, Higgy only decides to plan stuff for Wednesdays at 7 and Sundays at 2 p.m. So that's the issue we have with Higgy right now. But anyway, and I don't know why, and Joey can attest to this, and there's nothing wrong with it, but I have there's an insane amount of dudes that tell me they love me before they get off the phone.
He's got a lot of boyfriends.
No, well, friends that are boys.
Okay.
And for some reason,
no Diddy.
No Diddy.
Gosh, dang. I thought I told you that.
I thought I told you to stop. But before he got off the phone, he was like,
"No, that's a different sport and different place right now."
Unbelievable.
Shawn wanted to laugh.
Moron.
Well,
he's swimming away from that comment.
Shawn, how do you feel?
You suck, Shawn.
Getting burns.
Man, it would have been awesome if we could have got We Watchin or All from him. Like to have it on there on the soundboard. I just thought of that. I don't know.
Yeah, that would have been pretty cool.
Yeah.
But look, there's some stuff. I don't want to reveal anything, but there's some really cool ideas that are being worked out to honor him. Not only the T-shirts. I know our guy Amore. I don't know if it's Amore or Amore, but Amore. I always say I'm just.
It's got the little.
Does it? Okay. Our guy Amore.
I'm pretty
Thanks,
sure.
Justin. Thank you. Love you, Jeremy. Thank you, Justin. I appreciate that. Okay. This is getting a little out of hand.
Add another one to the list.
But before we got off the phone, he's like, "All right,
It's
man,
Phase 5.
I'll talk to you later. I love you, dog." And I'm like, "Love you too, man." He's like, he started laughing. You know that little Corito laugh. He's like, "Gotcha." I was like, "Yeah, man, I'll talk to you later." He's like, "All right, talk to you later." And it was like, stuff like that. I mean, all right, person detected in the driveway. Shawn, did you leave somebody outside?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there is somebody. Oh, I don't know. Sorry, live TV, pal. But I just hope, man, that what this has shown us, and I don't mean this is not meant to diminish in any way. Crito had 4,000 followers on Twitter, and it seems like, and for those of y'all know about Twitter, that's a lot, not a lot, but it's on the threshold of
It's
a lot.
A lot for me.
Well, yeah,
I'm
but
at 700 and something, so
you'll get there one day, kid.
I don't care.
But it seems like 24,000 people have commented, wanted to find out what, even on Facebook, all the stuff, man. I just hope, and I hope it's no day soon, but I just hope that when I go that I have a quarter of the outpouring of love and support Tell brother at least I'm on a list.
I'm not gonna tell anybody that you're gone. I'm just gonna keep going.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Just ignore it completely.
Yep.
I don't no, I do hate that. Sorry.
I won't show a camera shot, and I'll just keep talking and say I'm you.
So it'll kind of look like this. Let me put me back where I belong, and then put Wes back where he goes. All right. So, and then Sean, you got here last, so you get to go at the end.
Loser.
But no, Joey, you actually supervised Corito a long time ago. Well, not a long time ago, but I guess
indirectly, yeah. When I first started
in
at
COVID years, it was a long time ago.
it was back in 2018 and 19 when I worked at Gazelle, and I started on day shift, and he was one of the first people I met. Him and the first person I really met and started, clicking with was a guy, Alex. He was probably around my height and size as well. We were we kind of clicked pretty easily. But Corito, Jacori, as I knew him then, was a team lead in the department right next to mine, and of course always had Louisville hat on every day. But like one of the things that I thought really cool, like of course he's African American, right? We know that, but he was always speaking Spanish. We had a lot, like 85% Spanish speaking folks at Gazelle, the workers. He was always speaking Spanish. So I asked one the other supervisor that was with me in the department. I was like, "Is he Spanish? Because there could be black Spanish people."
Yeah.
Mhm.
Shout out to Wes Brown.
Yeah. I said, "Is he Spanish?" No. When he started working here, he wanted to make sure that he could communicate with everybody. So he babble or whatever it is, Rosetta Stone.
Yeah, I was gonna say don't say babble because people think he started talking to Higgy.
Oh well, no, it's
It is
another one,
babble.
and I don't think it is babble, but
No, it
anyway,
is.
no, I know there is a babble. I'm saying it was because I ended up asking him which one did he
Oh,
use
okay.
because I
Fair
thought,
enough.
you know what, let me do it too. Didn't happen. I mean, I know a few words and can scrape by, but yeah, he's like, yeah, I wanted to make sure that everybody felt included, and
That's
felt
awesome.
comfortable. So slowly he learned Spanish, and by the time I met him, no, he wasn't just slowly learn Spanish. He was
Fluent.
a master at Spanish. Could rattle off with anybody in there. And if you've ever heard anybody, especially a Spanish woman, they get upset. Oh, it's 100 miles an hour.
Absolutely.
And he knew exactly what they were saying, was spitting it right back to him. So just thought that was always awesome. And then several years later, I'm fairly active on Twitter. I see my CSZ podcast and everything, and I'm like, Corito. I was like, hold on, I know that dude. So it was kind of cool, So that was one of my first impressions of him. So just kind of talk to his character about wanting everybody to feel included and feel comfortable, and except for the UK people, but
Yeah,
Right.
absolutely. Wes, what about you? Do you have a and then we'll go to Sean because he's I got a bone to pick with Sean in a second too. So it is what it is. Couple of bones because last night, listen, let's take a little break. We'll get yours in the quest. Get to you in a second.
It's Judgment Day for Sean.
Oh, it's Judgment Day for Sean because Sean come over to what got my PlayStation 5. We're all sitting here vibing. Sean shows up to the house, comes in. Sean acts like he don't know how to use his hands for anything, and
ain't got a PlayStation 5.
Doesn't have a PlayStation 5.
Yeah, 4.
So Joey starts. Joey's playing against the computer.
And I'm horrible at every game I play, dude.
I played a match and we're like, here, Sean, you try it. We're unsuccessful. This dude took Macho Man Randy Savage and beat the living piss out of Drew McIntyre in a steel cage match. Escaped the cage.
And then Elite Cody Rhodes.
And then we created a champion because we were bored. We were just trying to hang out. Created a championship.
So did I.
And Oh, you did?
and arena. Oh, the arena is dope.
You should have took a picture and sent it. But Shawn just completely dominates everybody. He's supposed to be in this 8-man Money in the Bank ladder match to kind of make sure the person that's supposed to win wins. And no, he takes all the glory. He steals it.
The funny thing about it is when we're playing,
He doesn't tell us how to do it.
we're like, "Hey, Shawn, how do we do this?"
Like, I'm trying to
it's L2.
I'm
Then
trying to
you're
get
like,
the tape
"I'll
off
do
the
it." And
ladder.
he's like, "Oh no, it's X."
What's
So
up,
he
TJ?
took full advantage. He had
Took full advantage and ran us off the
He's like,
stick.
"I'm used to having it, the controller in my hands. It's like muscle memory." So I'm not playing. Jeremy's playing it this time. We're just trying to give him some pointers.
I'm trying to
I
get the
said,
case
"Well,
off the ladder.
I said, "Here, take the controller, put it in your hand, act like if it's muscle memory." And he's like, "Oh, it's X."
And it was actually
How
R2.
Yeah,
It wasn't
I was
any
just-
of them.
I was just,
No, he misled me on purpose. He told me X. And
And
it was
then-
actually
On purpose.
R2.
Of course, when he's playing, dude, he does like 8 South of Heavens, 3 spine busters,
Dominated.
like just rolling. And
Shout out to the people on Facebook tuning in. Our guy Montez in the building, Camilla, Tyree. What's good, Tyree? My man Tyree. Mike Murphy in the building.
What up, Murph?
Little man John Lindeman. Briance is in the building. What's up?
hey,
So I think,
that's a prime example of the reason. Like, I get the new 2K games are cool, but I wish SmackDown versus Raw would have just upgraded everything, and they could have just kept that franchise going. That was my franchise.
the greatest wrestling game ever was No Mercy on the Nintendo 64.
Dude,
Simple to use. You didn't have 17,000 buttons. There were more buttons than normal, but didn't all of them work?
Button combos, man. I can't remember everything. And then like it flashes on the screen, and even if you got a 70-inch screen, like you can't read what it's telling you to hit.
Well, that's because if you're playing multiplayer, it zooms out so everybody can. So it's like Shawn's like, just read on the screen. It's telling you what to do. And I'm like, I can't see that from over here.
You do know he's like Jerry's.
Like without my glasses, I'm 1,000% blind.
Yeah.
And even with them, I'm a little blurry.
Eyesight blurry.
You can tell by the way Sean's laughing. He took full
But
advantage.
you know what? We found something that Sean's really good at.
Yeah. So we're never ever gonna play that game with him again.
Not unless he's on our team.
No, not unless he's
Kevin Smith can tell you about that. If I beat you once in something, never playing against you again in my life.
Tony.
Hey,
What's good? What's up?
tag matches only, and he has to be on y'all's team.
Listen, there was a time probably about 15 years ago where all of us, the whole crew, Rummage, our guy AB, Shibby, Brandon, Wes Brown, we all got together when I lived in Shepherdsville, and Joey too, and we just played video games. Like I think AB was the only one that could keep a job at that point, and the rest of them were just like
Brandon definitely didn't.
No. Brandon, shout out Brandon.
Steve by choice mainly. Like he drove for he
Yeah.
drove at van for his
Yeah,
mom.
but he worked for his mama.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So he made his own
He
hours.
had a job, but he was kind of like
Nope.
Amazon Flex.
Yeah, absolutely. Justin wants to know what time the tailgate starts Friday.
What time is the spring game start?
7.
7. I would say probably around 3 or 4.
All
Yeah,
right, Garrett's in here.
Yeah, I would say probably 3 or 4 if I had to guess.
Tony says you're missing Higgy and Upchurch today. Yeah, they again, Higgy only plans to do stuff during the week when we're having a show, so it is what it is. And I don't know where Dalton is. He didn't even let me know he wasn't going to be on here today, so no telling. But no commits just yet. Wes, give us your favorite Corito story. We're going to integrate that in throughout the show. We're going to get to the show because Sean's got a hot date with his mom in a little bit. So we got to. Well, I mean, we don't have to keep the track. I mean, he can leave in the middle of the show. Just know he's not being disrespectful. He told me ahead of time he only had till about 3:10 to do his thing. So, hey, do we need to get a controller and put it in his hand? Maybe he can do the show better if he's got the controller. Because you know what he don't have in his hand? That $200 tablet I bought him so he could produce the freaking show.
Oh man.
So I didn't have to. I did put it on the company card, and it's a tax write-off, but still. Have you heard anything? We'll get to that, Justin. We do have some commitment updates, but Wes, give us your favorite Corito story. Give us your favorite Corito story, and then the last interaction you had with him, either in person or on Twitter that you remember.
So that works. Because I was gonna say everything is pretty much intertwined because like I know him, like I said before, I knew him from the midnight chat with Marcus, and I knew him from the CSZ chat.
Mm-hmm.
And I ran into him leaving the flight deck of the Murray State game. And we were both walking down together, and I yelled, Corito. And he turned around and said, what's up? And like me and him ended up talking. We were talking the whole way down the flight deck. And then after that, I wrote him on to because I didn't formally introduce myself, which I normally do. So me walking down, after we left, I inboxed him on Twitter and I was like, so great to meet you and everything else. He was like, bro, that was you? You should have said something. I was like, dude, I wasn't thinking about it in the moment. And ever since then, like, because me and Yoda, of course, like just going to the collision course, like me and Yoda would communicate back and forth. And he'd be like, bro, where y'all at? Y'all coming? Y'all gonna be here? And like we'd all three get together, hang out, talk, and with our guy Trav, I rep Louisville.
Yeah.
Like all of us would be around each other. Yeah.
Well, hey, Wes, correct me if I'm wrong, but that first tailgate we did this year, didn't we have Corito on as a guest? I know Yoda came on for a few. That was your first one.
I'm not mistaken. Yeah.
I think
Rito was on there the whole time.
Yeah.
He said at the very end.
We might have to like go back and check that out because it was the video version of it. And if we can catch him with a couple of good like sound bites, we'll put him on the soundboard forever and play him because I'm sure he said something that was funny that day.
Yeah, but my last personal interaction with him was party deck at the UK game, which is a video I shared. Me and him were both up there together because he recorded the video of us during Joker and the Thief. And we were having a good time. It was a good day, beautiful weather, everything else. Like, yeah, and last Twitter interaction was recently when we were joking about what happened with them down the road, and he said walking out on a lifetime contract is crazy. And me and him were both laughing together and everything else. But I say all of that to say that Corito echoed a lot of the sentiments I believe about life, leading with love and positivity. That's the way he led his life. That's the way he was. That's the man he was. Never a negative bone in his body. Never anything else. He was a great human being. And I know I didn't know him for a super long amount of time, but the amount of time I did know him, he did impact my life. And I'm grateful for that. 1,000%.
Absolutely. Garrett says the parking lot opens at 2 p.m., so I would say 3-ish. Craig's bringing the trailer. I'll be there at work after work around 4. There you go. Tony Bowman says, I see the team up the road is starting to put their hope in Pope. I don't believe that is actual hope. I believe that is fake juice. Christy, I miss my friend. We all miss him a lot. James Gartland says Sean has a VIP card to Adam and Eve.
Cirillas.
Look, you can't prove what's in that box. It comes in discrete boxing, as they say, every 5 seconds. Did you know something really quick? And
Sean's got a box of Blue Chew at home, just waiting to open them up.
I never realized until the last couple of weeks. I've been listening to, so I got that Sirius XM radio with my vehicle, and then I started listening to normally during the commercial breaks for Marcus middays and stuff. I kind of just zone out, don't pay attention to it. But apparently, the Louisville community has a huge problem with erectile dysfunction. Don't ask me why I'm looking at you, Sean. I apologize. That was a lengthy. That was a gander. How
would he know?
Fair. Garrett says we will also be having a toast or two for Corito, and we will also have a collection set up for him. Also, I'm not going to spill the beans on this one, but me and Bill, I had a good idea, and I talked to Bill about it yesterday. If he wants to, if he wants to talk about it on the show, he can put it in the chat. But it's something that y'all all will, and I'll tell y'all after the show's over with. But I don't want to steal his thunder in case it's something he wants to announce. But it's a really cool idea that they're going to start doing for every tailgate in Corito's honor as well. So that is that's pretty cool. Again, I know we started talking about what Amore was doing, but so me and him have got together. I've contacted the administration at U of L to see if see what we could do. But the idea behind what we are going to do is Amore actually knows the person who is the heir apparent to Indy's Chicken.
Mm-hmm.
And me and him are going to talk to her tomorrow, and we're going to see about getting Corito's favorite combo meal renamed to the Corito Classic. Now, I know a lot of people are like, oh, that or Corito Combo. Sorry, not Classic.
Yeah, that I about to say, yeah.
A lot of people are probably like, well, that seems like a little bit much just for, but he's our friend. So if we want to exaggerate or we want to do something big, that's completely.
How many people have talked about it on Twitter? Come on, like
a lot,
right?
Millions.
Between him and Cardinal Corey, those two, but Corito was 10 times more like an advocate for Indies.
But when you think about Corito, you thought about funny, U of L, Indies.
Mm-hmm. And usually you have a combination of the three.
And his family. But what I'm saying, other than family and God, Indies and U of L sports.
Yeah.
Quentin says he believes that was the glow game against Virginia when we had everybody on. I think he's correct. Garrett says you just never know what people are going through. Don't wait till somebody is gone to show your appreciation for them. Life is short. Hey, Joe Decker from down in Edmonson County says, what's up? Wishing y'all a great show. Well, thanks, buddy. At least this time you tuned in at the middle instead of at the end and asked us.
Well,
told us
time difference.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. Maddie on Twitter says, CSE, what up? And Justin McCord said a good sound bite would be the one on the Power 10 space where he asked Rain if he liked chicken. That was hilarious.
That was
funny. And shout out to them. They did a beautiful, we had just done a show Wednesday night, so I didn't want to come back on and do anything, especially when I found out they were planning on doing a memorial show for him that night. So hats off to them. Shout out to them for a great show. And I believe his sister, when I didn't get to stay on there the entire time, but I feel like his sister and his son may have spoke on it. Is that correct? Okay. Mm-hmm. So it was good to hear from them. And it seems like they had no idea how big of a presence that Corito. I'll tell you, I even learned something new. I had no idea he used to be a rapper.
Did not either.
I didn't know that.
The main thing was
underground.
Go ahead.
You what, Wes?
No, I was gonna say that it's not so much that he was a rapper, but he was a big battle rap aficionado.
Now, see, I knew he loved battle rap, but he actually has CDs. They've been putting on Facebook his old CDs,
music and stuff of his.
Yeah, the Sluggas is the name of the group. I believe it was. But he never mentioned that to me. I never most people would brag about stuff they didn't, but that's not Corito. He wasn't a braggart. I had no idea, but Amore was telling me about that because Amore also he does music, and he was telling me, that when we were battle planning for, he's like, hey man, and I hope he doesn't mind me talking about it, but he's like, I know the person that can get us in touch. We can get that combo name for Corito, but I want you to come up with me so we can talk to him. I know you got some pull. Let's do it. So we're going to do that tomorrow, and hopefully that gets done. I'm going to talk also to our guy, Danny Mosby, and they do the Jamon Brown Foundation golf scramble every year. Normally it's for Derby, but last year it got rained out, and I'm not sure it ever got rescheduled.
No, it didn't.
But this year they're going to do it during the summer. So maybe I'm going to hit him up and see if maybe he wouldn't mind maybe for this year. Maybe going forward it is what it is, but rename it this year the Corito Classic.
I mean, if I can still get a team in there, we'll just call our team Corito.
And I won't be watching. I'll answer the question first. I hate golf. It'll be straight up nah for me. But Stephen Kinley in here watching with who is watching? Stephen Kinley.
Yeah.
Jeremy Lucas.
Yeah.
Brandon Leffler.
Yeah.
Christy. Oh, we already shouted. Well,
Yeet.
shout out Christy again. Yeah,
Yeet.
Sean, can you yeet for Christy?
Yeet.
Okay, never do
That's
that
the
again.
most he's yeeted in his life. He just yeeted all over the microphone.
Hey,
Oh, my God.
I saw bro post that in that Live with 55 video the other day where it was like I just yeeted all over the screen. It gets a little messy.
Yeah. Tony Bowman says, I can't wait to see the football and basketball teams do the Cardinal cutter on the team down the road. Listen, I'm with you there, Tony. Let's get to a little bit of the, and again, I want you all to share y'all's favorite, and then we'll get to Sean's, but I want to go ahead and get this first topic out of the way. Sean, do not let me forget to go to you. Basketball visit. We hosted what was I just know them by their last names. I don't memorize everybody's full names.
Not till they're here.
Until they're here. But I think Maddox is Dante Maddox, right?
Dante Maddox.
Yeah.
And then Boyd, what was Boyd's first name?
I believe it's
Nick Boyd and Dante. I probably should have wrote that
Boyd's
down.
from FAU, right?
Yeah, from FAU, and Maddox from Toledo. Everything I seen, guys, it looked like they were having a great time here in Louisville. The baseball game yesterday. Now I know that the baseball team's it wasn't doing very well when first off, they got the crap beat out of them on Friday. Not sure what the score is now, but as we were going on the air, another Virginia home run was hit.
It was 5-1, or I think when we came in.
Oh, was it? I didn't know we had
5-0,
scored yet.
5-0,
Okay.
then maybe.
Well, I'm not. Y'all can put the score in the chat. Sharon Elliott. Okay, let's go to this real quick. I want to make sure we're continuing to celebrate Corito as we go. Sharon says, "What did I miss? Watching my Pacers right now. I apologize. I'm sorry to hear that." We're just talking about Corito, man. Desmond says, "May Corito rest in peace, rest well with the ancestors." Andrew Mudd says, "I heard that Ballo kid is getting offered over $1 million from Indiana."
Not surprising.
No. Sharon Elliott says Maddox is on the way to Illinois right now, though. Well, they just got a big commit today, which kind of makes me think. Oh, Brian Davis said it was 6-3. Okay,
yep, 6-3, top fifth.
All right. Quentin says just prayers for Corito's kids, wife, and family. I know they're hurting. Absolutely. Look, it's tough to kind of intertwine everything together. Thank you, Babu. I appreciate the score update. But we're going to try our best to do that. Again, it looked like these kids were having a great time here at Louisville. Coach Kelsey fielding punts, throwing first pitch. He threw a curveball for his first pitch in the baseball game yesterday, which led the Cardinals, I believe, to the win. Seems like he's doing a fantastic job on the recruiting trail. He's got Javon Hadley in from Colorado today. He's got a final 2 with us in it. He'll commit on Tuesday. Sean, how do you feel about our chances with Javon Hadley?
I think they're pretty good because he made the visit, right? Because he already visited one plate, but he made the visit. That's the most important thing. If you get him on campus, and obviously the NIL deal's got to be right amount, but with everything else, I think we're sitting pretty. And I think they actually have a crystal ball for him on a couple of different times.
He does. Then you got the Ballo kid from Arizona. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Coming in Tuesday. So a lot of people started to get worried on Thursday. So I think he announced Wednesday he was coming here, but on Thursday it was announced that Indiana was in the lead for him. Mm-hmm. And we know how things are with us in Indiana. They normally give them a buttload of money to come there and shun us completely. So that's what everybody's initial worries were. But that was 3 or 4 days ago, and he's still coming to visit. So far, knock on wood, let's not forget, Mackenzie Mabako canceled his visit 2 hours before he was supposed to arrive in the city. So we still have a little bit of PTSD as far as recruiting shuns are concerned. So, but I don't know that means we're going to get him, but I still feel confident with him, his visit being 2 days away, that he'll still show up. That's the one I want. There are rumors. Our guy Ty Spalding has been putting out on Twitter that I don't know if he put it out on Twitter, but he put it somewhere that there was a big fish out there that we were chasing, and that when I talked to one of my donor friends up there, I was like, I want this guy, or Ballo, and I got a pair of eyeballs back on Twitter, and then I was like, look, just give Ballo all the money. I know it's not mine, but give him all the money. Bring him here, and they just laugh. But you got Ballo Tuesday, Ali Khalifa. on Thursday. Now, here's the odd thing about Khalifa. He's got a no contact order. I don't know.
He reached out to us. Then.
So he reached out to us. And Abubakar Traore also visiting on Thursday.
Now, where's he from? I feel like I've seen him.
Oh God. Oh.
I do not know.
I feel like I've seen his game, like whether it was in the tournament. I watched a lot of most of the NCAA tournament. I feel like he played for a tournament team.
Sharon says, R.I.P. Corito. My condolences to his family. I bought a Corito shirt from T-Shirt Hooligans. Proceeds are going to the family. I didn't buy a T-shirt because they don't have tall sizes, and Alan's my guy. But for 4 years, I've been asking for tall sizes.
Long Beach State.
Yeah. LBC.
So just real quick before I forget, not that my Twitter or Facebook has a lot of followers, but if there's a need and you don't have it, the family did put the kids' cash apps out, and we can post that if need be, to where you can give directly. That's what they've asked, is just give directly to his kids.
There you go. That's not a bad idea. So whoever thought about that was a very good idea. Sharon said flowers left a week before classes start. Yeah. So we can get burned at the last second. It is what it is. Shout out to Trenton though, declared for the draft. Been working out with our guy Nolan all weekend.
Mm-hmm. Very telling.
You know that Nolan Smith. You know, didn't know
Very
it was
telling.
Nolan I was talking about. There are so many bigs in the portal. It's crazy, says Red State, and then a whole bunch of Long Beach States. Yeah, that's the Long Beach State kid. Final third. So. The Khalifa guy. Here's the funny thing about it. His final three is BYU, Louisville, and Kentucky.
Yeah, there was a lot of chatter early on of him following Mark Pope to Kentucky, and quite honestly, just from the look of him, I don't know. He looks, and this is not because I'm big and slow too, but he looks big and slow. He looks like a 90s and 80s center.
Yeah.
Like it just is what it is. Like he doesn't look like he's very mobile. A lot of agility.
I'm trying to think of a comparison without getting any of the people I know in trouble in my head. I don't want to say a name and then be in my.
He looks like a slow Jokic, like body type.
Okay.
But Jokic can get up and down the floor, and obviously Jokic is.
Yeah, he doesn't have to shoot. Now the only thing he does that Jokic is kind of known for is pass.
Right.
Pretty good passing. Other than that, everything else, he's just not.
And that could be a strength. That could be a strength for our team. If we got a bunch of shooters, you got a guy in the middle like David Padgett used to be, you know?
Send me the cash apps. I got a couple people that want me to DM it.
I sent it in the support group yesterday.
Okay, cool. Sharon, remind me after the show. I'll send them to you. A lot of people think that he just put us in his final three to troll.
It feels a little bit like that.
But I will say this. Okay, I don't know this kid, so it's okay if I say it. He seems like Diet Emmanuel Okorafor. I think Emmanuel Okorafor would dominate this kid. So let's hope that's not a knock to Manny.
I still if this guy was our backup center,
yeah,
I don't think it would be a bad thing. I'm
not knocking him. He's solid, obviously.
He played at a D1 school in a Big 12, started,
and they went to the tournament. So
and
obviously
I think he averaged around 8 to 9 points a game. So he did get touches, got baskets.
Well, Shawn gets touches. That don't mean he gets baskets.
Ivan make basket.
Diet, LOL, that boy eating good. Yeah,
I remember that.
Yeah.
But nah, from what I
see, right?
like 5 points a game, and then not to mention his field goal percentage at 6'11" is like 37%.
I saw that, and I was
That's
like,
bad.
Man,
Shawn's field goal percentage is at least 38.
0.
Oh yeah.
No, it's 100%.
No, that's my defensive field goal.
No, offense too, buddy. 0 for 0 is 100%.
That's true. Very, very true. And then last but not least, really quick, Boogie Miller from Wake Forest, Karan Johnson. That's the kid from Washington.
I like his game.
Yeah.
They visit Thunder weekend, so I think we're crystal balling for Karan Johnson.
Oh, that'd be a big.
The Freddie DeLone from Tennessee is still by many considered to be a silent commit. I don't know why that's not occurred yet, but he is a. Who's his teammate that we're recruiting?
Because he's from Tennessee.
No, I don't mean teammate at Tennessee.
He's talking about from
Word of God.
Oh,
There's another kid that maybe it's the Karan Johnson. I'm not sure.
I think it's Johnson.
Oh, here we go.
Here comes the Higgy.
Sharon says awful, Wes. Just awful. I wonder how many of those are threes. No, he shoots a lot. And then Garrett Hoover. Sean gets touches. Please. Why do you think he's so good at video games? The only game he
Why do you think I'm so bad at them?
Boom. Yeah, Sean does get touches though. There's
I'm
fingerprints all over my PlayStation controller.
I'm still in the upper 70s, so
Unbelievable.
No, we believe it.
Percent.
Uncle Sam watching. What's up, Uncle Sam?
Uncle Sam.
Kevin Watson. What about Kelsey's behind the back catch? That was pretty awesome.
Wild.
Love that dude. Yeah, sorry I'm umming so much. I've got so many things hitting in my head, and I want to make sure I don't forget to talk about everything I wanted to talk about today. But there I did it again. The recruiting class though is Andrew said Alabama. Okay. If you all in the chat, since Sean's not doing his job, if you all can let me know who the DeLone kid's teammate was at Word of God, that would help me out tremendously, because apparently Sean just wants to sit next to me for the whole hour and not look anything up. But where's Tanner when we need him? That's who we need to.
He's probably asleep.
That's probably still laying in his bed somewhere.
Up the phone.
Do what?
Now Sean wants to pick up the phone.
That's right.
It's all good. Hey, he's saying the kid that went to Alabama, the young blood.
What's his teammate?
Is that okay? He's saying he believes. Oh, Hunter Court wants to say, let's talk about Davin Cosby a little bit. That would be a good that'd be a good pickup. I think this is just going to be. I mean, obviously, not. I think it's going to be a patchwork roster this year. I don't know that this is a roster that will be able to even judge like the success of Kelsey after 1 year, because I mean, how many of these guys I don't know how many of them are coming back, but it does look like he started to hit the high school recruiting just running. So that's pretty cool. The transfer from Alabama was his teammate. Oh, the transfer from Alabama.
That's Youngblood.
Youngblood. Okay.
Well, no, he went to.
Oh, wait a minute. Crosby.
Cosby. That's what Hunter was saying. Cosby. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
I said Crosby. Cosby.
Let me get some Jello pudding pops. Sorry, that's the first time I've ever done that live, and the last time I've ever done that live. I apologize. Yeah. Let's talk about our sponsors real quick, and then we'll get back to the chat line. I wish WWE was one of our sponsors. Bear Nose on Market. Our guy George and the crew serving up some of the best pizza in Louisville. Well, I think it's the best pizza. And serving up good times, great service there. Less than a look. Higgy can walk from the Yum Center to Bear Nose. It's that close, so you know it's a nice.
Can't walk to the Yum Center from the Yum Center.
I don't think that Higgy couldn't make it to what he was supposed to do if we set the Yum Center right next to his house.
No,
which I know it's not funny, but I remember a week after he moved in there, those vandals came in and drew big wieners on the side of his house.
Oh,
what did they write? Oh my god!
No, it was just that they drew big wieners.
I know, but they wrote something like
probably nothing that we can talk about.
No,
Mike Puckett, what's up, Mike? Denise in the building. Anthony Easton says, although Maddox didn't commit, he was expected to take his other visit. Yeah, I agree with you there. But anyway, tell George from Bear Nose that we sent you. We're trying to strike a long-term, not a lifetime deal, because, you can get out of those now, but a long-term deal to where, we can do some shows from there and they can be a permanent sponsor. We love that. Speaking of permanent sponsors, though, Shoot 360, a premier state-of-the-art basketball training facility with highly skilled trainers. Peyton Siva and his wife are the owners. I thought it was just Peyton, but when he told us his wife, had a part in it. So Peyton Siva's wife is the owner. Call 515-6556. Sign up for the women's clinic. I still didn't take it out of the shot sheet. They've got plenty of clinics going on over the summer. They've got leagues starting soon. Go to shoot360.com. You can pre-register for a free workout. And I'm telling you, man, there are benefits to going up there and being a member, because you see some of the darndest things. I know I just want to say this. I'm not going to say any names, but when I was there on Friday, there were about 5 members of our last, would you call them portalers? So they're portalers.
Last year's roster.
Last year's roster that were there, all wearing Louisville gear, even though some of them had committed elsewhere, all representing Louisville. So if you think these kids didn't care about this school, that should show you that you were incorrect. Great, bigly. Mezee, what's up, Mezee? Yes, see, Theo, I am your father. You see, Cosby voice. Red State says 10 to 15,000 per visit. I'd take more than one too, for sure. Justin, I teased Peyton about this all day Friday. Almost forgot. Big congratulations to Peyton Siva on his new role at U of L. Nothing is finalized yet. It is wait.
In the works though.
Well, it's in the works, but the problem is with him owning Shoot 360, that could cause a roadblock in him being able to be a part of. But even at that, the position that he is being considered for is a non-court. He would not be on the court with the players. He'd be in the office.
Administrative.
It'd be an administrative position, the same position that we initially hired Milt to do before he was promoted to bench coach. Justin McCord says alumni relations and players. Yeah, same thing that Deion Branch, except for Deion's on the field an awful lot. But yeah, alumni relations.
Deion has actually got moved up at one point though.
If he did, I didn't hear about it. But alumni relations and player development, yeah.
Who's going to tell him not to be on the field though?
True. Well, who would tell Peyton he couldn't be on
Nobody.
the board? Anthony says, I say Kelsey should deny Khalifa a visit. Smells like a manufactured recruiting victory for Pope and the Smurfs. Yeah, and I hadn't even heard that they were one of his finalists until yesterday when the Pope is dope hashtag.
I mean, when you put a no contact order and it's basically the school you're at, the school where your coach just went, and then now all of a sudden their rivals on smells a little fishy. Hey, just go there and get you some free food, get you a nice visit in, and then come on down to the horse stables and we'll give your bag to you.
Come on down to the nest, man. We'll if you can fly, I'm not really sure you can.
No. Only about 37% of the time.
Only 30.
That makes it even funnier because it's like you're pulling that with this guy.
Listen, and we say this every week. Like, we just got started with the show, it feels like. We're already an hour in. We're about 15 minutes away from Sean having to take the old dusty trail out of here. So if you have any Sean questions, get them in. Cherry picking, back to the sponsors. Cherry picking, a hoops themed cold pressed juice and smoothie bar, inspiring you to take what's good. It's conveniently located at 828 East Main Street behind the local seltzery. Tell them CSZ sent you for 15% off your order. Say hi to Sydney. Say hi to Vel. Say hi to any of the family in there. If you go down there, there's always a lot of Louisville basketball presence there. It's pretty cool. So 15% off your order. Tell them Cardinal Sports Zone sent you. Fitness Market, our friends Chris and Sarah. They I can't wait to get my downstairs gym back together with. It's in the works. I'm hoping by kickoff of season 6 of CSZ, we will have our podcast home restored downstairs in the Cardinal Sports Zone studios. And on the one half's going to be the studios, the other half's going to be the gym. And we're going to have a good time. But hopefully we'll get that straightened out. Delivering a brand new treadmill to us as soon as we get that together. So it's going to be in their stuff's. I've got probably 6 or 7 things from them over the lifetime of our partnership. They've all been fantastic and been put to good use until the basement flooded, which I blame Teresa for because she was out of town. Four Pegs, 1053 Goss Avenue. Their specials this week: a smoked sausage sandwich, Alabama smoked sausage, which I didn't know that was a thing. Peppers, onions, provolone, smoked honey mustard. Smoked. Higgy sent this to me, so it's smoky mustard and Carolina barbecue sauce, served with Tetris tots. I'm sure that was supposed to be tater tots.
You gotta put them together.
Yeah, $15. That sounds like an amazing deal. And they also have weekly specials. It should have said Wings Day, $20, all you can eat jumbo smoked wings.
They have a leaderboard too.
Do they?
Yeah.
Are you gonna get on it?
No, I'm not the biggest chicken wing fan. Now, I do think that maybe at some point this year, I'm going to try the challenge.
Okay.
I do think so.
You're going to try? Okay.
I'm going to give it a run. I know I can do better than Higgy. Look it up.
I
We
was
just went
shocked.
over this the other day. There's too much. There's burger patties. There's brisket. There's pulled pork. There's
that.
yeah,
fries, onion rings, chili, 87 slices of cheese.
eight pickles.
Higgy talks so much about doing this challenge, and then we put it in front of him. He completed 20% of it.
And
I was embarrassed. There's pictures up on the
didn't
website.
listen to any of what I was coaching him to do.
No, we gave him
the
like a
winning
great
formula.
battle plan. Brittany Brewer in the building. What's up, Brittany? Justin says, Jeff, yeah. We spoke about that already. Quentin says, I started the whole Pope is dope thing on this Cerebral show hours after Scott Drew officially said no. That's funny. That's hilarious. $15 for that deal. As Coach Cussy would say, big stinking deal. The smoked sausage sandwich combo and then wings day. $20, all you can eat jumbo smoked wings, and $1.25 per wing if you don't want to do all you can eat. Come and get the best wings in town for the best deal in town. And on Thursdays, it's the ribs days. Come and get the best ribs in the Ville for just $25 all you can eat. That's stupid.
Now that might be something.
That's stupid. And
That might be something I have to go do.
we may have to do a show from there during the summer, and it'll be on the ribs day.
Oh no, we can't do a show on the ribs day because if I'm going to do the all you can eat, I ain't gonna be worth nothing.
Okay, so then we'll do it on Ferrari Day, so we can recap. And we might have
That's
to.
my video. Some of the carnage.
We may just have to postpone it till Sunday. Our stomachs may be in some
Yeah.
pain for a few days, but great food, great barbecue. Get them while they last. That is at Four Pegs Beer.
Smokehouse.
Smokehouse. They
Changed it.
changed it. Collision Course Crew Tailgaters. It's almost time. It's behind the El Nepal there on Crootin Drive. Shout out to our friends Bill, Garrett, Rhino, Craig, and UK fan. Doc, Kevin. Do they have another brother named? Kevin Smith goes, don't he?
Yeah, but he's not part of the
True. That's very
Kevin
true.
Weatherholt.
Well, you would think he was, as much as he posts his self at the tailgate. But great time, as Gary just told you, they're going to start that up at 4:00. It's first come, first serve for the parking. I'm not sure how much the parking is for this particular event. I know normally I think it's 20 throughout the season.
And it may go up this year. I don't know.
Everything is. So it wouldn't shock me. And last but not least, our fine friends at Mossy Oak. If you're in the market to buy or sell farms, land, recreational, or residential areas in the state of Kentucky, let Paul or one of the team of professionals at Mossy Oak and Heart Realty help you with your buying and selling needs. Call Paul at 270-537-4422 or email him at pthomas@mossyoakproperties.com. Mossy Oak, we know land. All right, let's get to the meat of it. And again, we got about 15 minutes left with Sean, which if you all know Sean, he doesn't need 15 minutes to finish this up.
He's done.
And he's done. Football visitor list. So I don't know if this is the first look. I'm not even trying to act like first watch at the list, but this was the list I was sent by U of L football this morning. We have Cordell Bartley. He is a 5'10", 175-pound wide receiver from Dudley High in Greensboro, North Carolina. And maybe next show, Wes and Sean, if you all will let me know like star rankings and stuff like that,
Everybody's a 4-star.
I'll get y'all this list. Jadon Blair, he is 180-pound safety from Mount Tabor High in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. From Pickerton High North in Ohio, we had Preston Bowman, wide receiver. Parker Brault, 275-pound offensive guard from Palatine High in Palatine, Illinois. From Louisville, Kentucky, St. Xavier High School's own Karsten Bush. Sean will explain later. Inside linebacker. Devin Carter, wide receiver from Cedar Grove High School in Ellenwood, Georgia. From Paducah, Kentucky, Paducah Tillman High in Paducah, Kentucky, Xavier Cleary, 285-pound defensive tackle.
Yeah.
I wish I really
Big
knew.
meaty men.
These now these numbers are listed under height, but I'm pretty sure this dude is not 6,000 inches tall. Calvin Goff, defensive end, Christian Academy of Louisville. Kalanji Hamilton, 155-pound cornerback from Cape Coral High School in the infamous Cape Coral, Florida. Hezekiah Harris, 210-pound defensive end from Mae Jemison High School in Huntsville, Alabama. The Alabama kids are always great. From Houston, Texas, and Cypress Falls High School, the 205-pound defensive end, James Harris. We got A.J. Holloway, inside linebacker, 228, Buford High, Buford, Georgia. I'm trying to get through these a little bit quicker so Sean can hear them all. From Union, Kentucky, and Ryle High School, we have Dylan Lee, wide receiver, 175 pounds. A.J. Marks, 155 pounds, cornerback from IMG Academy in Bradenton, Florida.
Oh, that's okay.
Oh, with Cliff Rozier.
Big time. Landon Marie, 210-pound tight end from Princeton High School in Cincinnati, Ohio. We might have to talk about going to Cleveland for SummerSlam, guys. I'm getting warm on that idea. From Miami High School, Miami, Florida, Miami Central, 155-pound cornerback Zion Pere, maybe.
All right.
Drayden Pavey, 308-pound defensive tackle from Robert Taft Technology High in Cincinnati, Ohio. There's just some cities you see in some states you're like, okay, those are good kids. Also from Cincinnati, Ohio, and Archbishop Moeller High, 187-pound safety Micah Rice. We've got, good God, we've got about 30 more people. You know, I'm just going to say names. How about that? We got Zade Rogan, cornerback from Carlton Cal High School in Marietta, Georgia. Jacob Savage, inside linebacker, Ryle High School. Jaden C., wide receiver, Kings High, Kings Mill, Ohio. Dylan Smith, defensive tackle, Ryle High School. Also from Mae Jemison High School, Grayshawn Swain, defensive end. Mason Trimble, quarterback from St. X here in Louisville. Nathan Varax, another quarterback from Ryle High School here in the state of Kentucky. Another quarterback, Daniel Vollmer, from St. Xavier High School here in Louisville, Kentucky. Jaden Brodnokes, cornerback from West Boca Raton, mean streets of West Boca Raton. His teammate, Javian Mallory, running back from West Boca. Denarius Gray, wide receiver from Chaminade Madonna Prep in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. From American Heritage Plantation, also in Fort Lauderdale, we've got Brandon Bennett, wide receiver. He's a big deal, right? That's the big deal.
There's a lot of big deals, though.
That I've said so far? Well, you should have told me which deals were big and which deals were small, because you are the never mind. Jabari Brady, wide receiver from Chaminade Madonna Prep as well in Fort Lauderdale. From St. Augustine, Florida, wide receiver Samarian Wingo.
Sounds good.
Murgatroyd Skittles is his teammate.
Oh, Jammy.
Jammy. Mark Redmond, the tight end from San Diego State. He's on the visitor list. Isn't he a commit?
Oh,
Yeah, he was a commit.
Hey, what about Fudge?
He's on the visitor list, but he's a commit. So some of these are highlighted in different colors. That might mean he's not on the team yet. So that's probably
that's good, because I know a lot of people are like, where's he at?
Breaking news: Mark Redmond will be here for the spring game. Andrew Marsh, wide receiver from Jordan High School in Katy, Texas. Another one of those schools you're like, oh, okay. From Baylor High School in Chattanooga, Tennessee. Shakai Mills Knight, running back. Jordan Allen, the wide receiver from Buford, Georgia. This is why it would be helpful for Dalton to be on here. He could tell us which ones were big deals. They're all big deals, but big deal. I know that the Brandon Bennett kid is a huge deal. Jordan Allen, wide receiver from Buford, Georgia. We're getting to the last couple of them. To Kalen Moe, offensive guard from Fletcher High School in Jacksonville, Florida. From Page High School in Nashville, Tennessee, defensive end Eric Hazard. Andrew Hortner, long snapper from Manual High School here in Louisville. From Chaminade Madonna in Fort Lauderdale, we got Bryant Junius, inside linebacker. We got Michael Campbell, safety from Decatur Central in Indianapolis. And last but not least, from Bid Davis High School in Indianapolis, cornerback Robbie Reddick. So that's how that's the visitor list. And
we have a basketball player on our team within the last 10 years that played at Ben Davis.
Malik Williams, right? He was in Indiana. Wasn't he Indianapolis?
Nah, he was from Fort Wayne.
We had somebody from Indianapolis.
Wait a minute, wasn't it Dre Davis?
Was it Dre Davis?
Nah, Kamari
Dre.
Kamari Lance and Dre.
I didn't know Kamari was from Indianapolis. I knew.
Yeah.
Let's see. Red State Dillingham said he liked Louisville and didn't get a look because we were afraid of getting clowned by the Smurfs. Okay. And Babu says, I say any visitor from Florida is a big deal. Any 3-star in Florida, probably the 5-star in Kentucky. I don't disagree with that take.
That's why you can't like always look at those star rankings.
That's true.
Absolutely.
Some of our best
You
players
go
have
to
been 3
Texas,
stars.
you know, Georgia, Florida, California, you get 3 stars that are probably 5 stars most other states.
Mhm.
Very successful Louisville. Let's go to rapid fire. Very successful Louisville live stream. Over 1,000 viewers for Penny Boone and Colin Lacey.
Nice.
Had a couple of issues getting it started because Penny Boone was at a speaking engagement when the show started. And well, this just goes to show you, he was at that. They pulled him for a speaking engagement, and halfway through the show, he's like, I still want to do this. I promised it. I still want to do it. Hopped on. Funny dude. Colin Lacey, hilarious. Colin Lacey's the type of dude that I think we get along real well with off screen. Yeah, he had a lot of funny takes. So shout out to him. This week we will have TJ Quinn and Austin Collins.
Oh, nice. TJ Quinn. He's like a leading tackler, I think, last year.
He's not only a leading tackler, but a second-generation Cardinal. His dad played there in '94 before Joey graduated high school, before I even got up there. So I know y'all are like, oh, you probably knew him too. No, I didn't know him. Didn't. Louisville all-girl cheerleading team won its 10th straight national championship. Ridiculous. Shout out to those girls. The 502 Circle has officially cleared the 750,000 mark in the matching contributions drive with Glow Brands and Rick Cooper. That's amazing. So that means that's an extra, like when it's all said and done, it's going to be an extra $1 million put in our NIL account. And last but not least, the Cardinals finished 25th, the whole university, in the Directors Cup winner standings. It just goes to show the success and how good our NIL is really doing across the board. Make sure, as always, you're supporting our photographers here at Cardinal Sports Zone. Jeff Nunn, TJ Barr, Justin Kruger, just the best in the business. And I know I normally do the little corny thing where I say Barr Nunn the best because TJ's last name is Barr and Jeff's is Nunn, but they really are. Like, we couldn't get TJ makes a bunch of graphics. He's actually showing me how to do graphics. So the ones you see for the Louisville live stream, well, he still created those, but I know how to get on there and change the names on it. So I'm doing a little bit more than I'm sure he's glad I don't hit him up about that every week anymore. Shout out to all of our fine sponsors once again: Bear Nose, Four Pegs Smokehouse, Fitness Market, the Collision Course Crew Tailgaters, Cherry Pick and Shoot 360, Mossy Oak. For any sponsorship opportunities for the Cardinal Sports Zone podcast, in the bottom left-hand corner, there's my email address. Reach out to us. We'll talk to you. We'll get you in here. Get you in. Joey's pointing. Oh, you're checking the delay?
Yeah, I'm trying to make sure I was pointing the right way.
Okay. Yeah. I did mirror yours the correct way, so whatever you do, it should show up the same way you're actually doing it. With Sean, everything's always backwards. On social media, you can find the show, as you all know, on YouTube. Please subscribe to us there. It helps us out way more than you know. You can also find the show on Roku, the kysports.co plus app. For $4.99 a month, you get access to our video podcast and a lot of other shows. It's in one place. It's a great thing to do. You can just pop us on the TV. It's really cool. You can find the podcast, speaking of it, on all the podcast avenues: Apple, iTunes, Buzzsprout, Spotify, TuneIn, Google, Amazon, iHeart, and over 125 more. Hit subscribe, like, heart, or whatever, stalk, or whatever Sean does on his off time to get the podcast automatically downloaded. Win a little McAfee there. Load it to your phone instantly. As always, if you haven't listened to all the prior episodes of the Cardinal Sports Zone podcast, go back, check them all out. They're at cardinalsportszone.com, the place it all began. Go to the podcast drop-down menu, select CSC podcast. Or an even easier way is just subscribe to us on YouTube, and you get not only get all the Cardinal Sports Zones past and present, but you also get our Tuesday show and our random clips. We call that Live of 55. It's our Wednesday. I said Tuesday, I think. Our Wednesday show, Live with 55, every Wednesday night at 7 p.m. Myself, Wes, and sometimes Higgy for a little bit, and Tanner. We talk about what's happened between Sunday and Wednesday. It's informative, and you never know when I'll get bored in the car wash line and come to you live at any moment. We have a good time, though, and that's why we want you all to subscribe to us on YouTube. Shout out to everybody's out there sharing the podcast. We appreciate you. Shout out to our guys as always, Marcus Maben and Steve Rummage, doing the Lord's work Monday through Friday on ESPN 93.9 The Ville from 10 to noon, or 10 to whenever Marcus is ready to get out of there. 502 Circle, make sure you all are donating if you can. They've got monthly subscription plans for as low as $25 a month. If you can only give 5 or 10, they take that too. 502circle.com. Sign up for the plan that fits you. Again, stay tuned to our social media and subscribe to us on YouTube or Facebook to be alerted anytime we go live. It's a good time. I do go live a lot outside of the show times. So it does. We have fun. We're still waiting. I have told the team if they've got an idea for weekly content, Higgy wants to do surprise, a food review show.
Mm-hmm.
We'll put that up there. If Sean's got an idea for how to beat lesser individuals in 2K24, we can throw that on there. It is what it is. Awesome job, guys. Backwards, LOL. Thanks. Longstreet 4-star quarterback announces today at 5. Okay. I know that we were in on him, so we'll keep an eye out on that. Spring football game this Friday night at 7. Guys, Wes, where can they find you on social media?
West Keys _CSZ.
Joey?
Joe Wallman 526.
And Sean.
At Elville Shawn.
He is at Elville Shawn, and he is always available if you're a female. For anything. I wish I had that little where's the ticker thing? You know what? Let's throw the ticker.
Here we go.
Yeah, we got to. We had not put any ticker stuff on here.
I know he's not here, but did you hear how bad Sam hates our coaches? And
wait a minute.
Is
really
it Miami
quick,
fan?
Before we do Sean's, we got to put Sam picked
Breaking
Miami
news.
and hates
Yeah.
our coaches. This is breaking news. And then here's Higgy's. Here's Higgy's.
If you have any snacks,
Are your snacks missing? DM our tip line at I am the Higgy. But my favorite is this one. It's Sean's, bar none. If you know a female that is 28 to 38 and not a blow-up doll that is single, please help us get Sean a date.
or one that has fresh batteries.
Uneffing believable.
Or for a good time, call Sean Barber, 502-552-6269. It's not actually his phone number. It's part of his phone number, but it's not all of his phone number. I'll let you guess which numbers are and are not. I'm at Jeremy _CSE, as you all know. Look, we had a great time today. I'm glad that you all were able to share some of your favorite Corito moments.
May I interject with her?
Oh, wait a minute. No, you're not supposed to interject, slap nuts. You're supposed to remind us that you didn't get your time yet. Give us your thoughts on like your interactions with them and like the last time you saw him and stuff like that.
So the first time I ever met him in person, I talked to him on Twitter for years. The first time was, I believe, 2019. It was just before the pandemic. And Sam and I were at the basketball game. He happened to be sitting next to us. And
Really?
I believe his daughter was with him too.
Okay.
And we had a blast that game. Me and him were cutting up. And the funny thing was, he thought my jokes were funny. And let's be honest, my jokes aren't that funny.
No, they're not.
No,
He
did you
laughed.
hear what we were talking about? Like, he wants everybody to feel included. So he was
Exactly.
laughing
Exactly.
at your jokes, even though they sucked.
James Garland says your dates can be found on Pornhub.
Oh, God.
I don't know what that is. You'll have to explain that to me.
It's all right.
But by the time that game was over, we were hoarse from as much as we were laughing and screaming because the team had won. Like, we were just having a ball.
Oh, yeah. You know, that was a couple years ago.
And then, yeah, that was. And then the last time I saw him was at one of the last tailgates we did, the live tailgate.
No, he was there.
Was
You were there, Sean, the day that he come down and was
The
like,
final
"What's up, all my
feature
mother
day.
lovers?"
Oh, I was there too for that. Yeah, that's true.
But tell
I
us
didn't
your
get to
story
talk
about
to him there. I got to talk to him at the tailgate.
that. Was
actually
so
got to
funny.
talk
He was
to
like,
him.
"Oh, my bad.
He came
My
up
bad,
and
man."
he goes, "Sean, why you keep taking stuff from people?"
Because he didn't have anything to give.
But Corito was just great. Like, anytime you saw him, even if you hadn't seen him in forever, and you only met him a few times, he acted like he knew you.
Yeah.
Like, it was like no time had passed. since the
Social
last time you
media was a big part of his life, and the relationships he created via social media meant a lot to him. Like I was referenced earlier, like his family didn't realize how big of a deal he
saw him. Oh,
was.
he was.
Huge deal. as Coach Kelsey would say, big stick of deal, right?
And he was the guy. And the last tweet was, I went out and I said, hey, if this Project Pat thing takes off, that was Corito. Anything like that, he's the one who came up with that.
Yeah, he did. He did. Absolutely. Well, Shawn, thank you for sharing that. Anybody else have any more to share here in the last few minutes? We'll address them on the screen as well. But look, we are blessed to be able to come to you all every Sunday at 2:00, every Wednesday at 7:00. Next Sunday we're off because I will be out of town. Now I may still do a show throughout. There may be more live with 55s this week because I don't want to spend a whole bunch of time while I'm trying to relax and decompress and stuff, worrying about. I'm still taking all my stuff with me. Don't worry, but no show next Sunday as of now, unless some stuff pops off, and then we'll do an impromptu.
He'll do a show next Sunday.
Yeah, we'll see y'all next Sunday. Not sure what time. It won't be at 2 though, because if I'm relaxing, I'm not going to want to be like, hey y'all, let's not do what we're doing too long because I got something to do at 2:00. So yeah, we'll have a Sunday show. Rambling a little bit here. It is what it is.
That's when you send them to go do something you don't want to do.
Fair.
Think about it.
But yeah, look, as long as you stay subscribe to us, you'll be notified anytime we go live, and you won't miss it anyway. So it is what it is. Last words, Shawn. You had the last words of the last segment. I'm gonna give you the last words of this segment.
Just RP Corito. It's gonna be rough, man. Because all this stuff that's happened recently, all I can think about is what would he be saying right now on Twitter. That's all I can think about is I look on there expecting he's not there, and that sucks. But hey, he was a big part of people's lives. Just a big part.
You know, Shawn, I say this not in jest, but I say this seriously. There's really only one other person that I think that the Louisville fan base could lose and get a bigger reaction from, and it's you, because everybody loves you. Nobody loves on you, but they all love you. So, and I say that with all jokes and seriousness included there. Wes, what about you? Your final words of the show.
Rest in peace to our brother. Let's get ready for the spring game. Hope is the last hope. The funeral procession for the Smurfs has begun. Let's get some commitments and go Cards.
Joey?
I just want to share, like, I've seen this already once, but from Corito's family, just make sure you're not giving to anybody any money. There's no GoFundMe's. There's no personal collections going around. The only thing that they are associated with are T-shirt hooligans. Maybe Kevin, I'm not sure, but
yeah, I haven't seen it.
T-shirt sales, somebody selling bracelets, and then, like I said, the kids' cash apps. I mean, I can say them real quick, but we can post them somewhere. The son's is obviously the $, capital AYO, capital KATORII. Then the daughter's cash app is $, all lowercase, RENNMILOVEE. So T-shirt hooligans, bracelets, cash apps. Don't be giving anybody else any money thinking it's for Corito, because it won't be.
And I did send
and Maryland sucks.
Absolutely. I did send a T-shirt hooligans guy. I sent him something from all of us here at Cardinal Sports Zone, a donation, because I asked him, like, what, this was before all that come out. I was like, what can we do? He's like, well, we're probably going to get some food and stuff for the family. I was like, well, here's some money. Take it. That's from us at Cardinal Sports.
And the wake is next Saturday. And the family has basically said, Card Nation, show up, wear your Louisville gear. So
absolutely. That's telling too, because a lot of people want you to say, you know, churchy and stuff like that.
Well,
they're like, no,
they really didn't realize
they didn't
how wide his circle was. So
I've never known anybody in life to have an oval instead of a circle, and he had a Hey Arnold oblong oval there.
He had a Caillou head.
He absolutely. I wish
Caillou head circle.
I want to play the music. Nope, I don't think it trademarked.
They can't trademark me.
No, it's true. Here's all I'll say. Corito was a huge for as far as the social media part was, he had a huge impact on everybody. He just a good dude. Like I said, anytime that you had anything, that was on your mind that was negative, he could take it away. He also like wanted people. He wanted to talk. He wanted to communicate. He wanted to network with people. Just a great all around dude. I can't wait to tell you all when I can about what they had planned for Corito at the spring game and at all of the tailgates going forward. I'm not going to spoil that news. I don't. Bill didn't say I couldn't, but he also didn't say I could. So maybe that's something they want to unveil at the tailgate. So I'll keep my mouth shut as far as that. But rest in peace to one of the true good guys in the game, in the Louisville Cardinal fan base. We'll give you about 10-second moment of silence in your name. For Wes, for Joey, for Shawn, rest in peace, Corito. Just know we will always be watching, my man. Until the next time, this has been the CSZ, the Corito Sports Zone and Cardinal Sports Zone podcast.
Pay attention.